round 2 of the NPNPgaming League. Joining me today is Arian. Arian, can you hear me? We might have some problems with Arian's mic, actually. All right, brilliant. So, starting off, we have a Naga ban from Divided We Stand. Pretty solid. She's actually been played quite a lot as a support rather than carrying, as I'm sure everyone knows. And, you know, her R is just kind of no fun for you. Arian, have we got you here? He's having troubles with his microphone. I'll just cover for now. Alright, so at the moment we've got a bit of a slow ban from Fatal Disaster. Fatal Disaster are the new team here. They weren't here last week. And we've got an IO ban. Well, that shuts down any big global tactics. OD has been the bane of some of our leagues so far. He's such a solid mid, and he's just so kind of. He's a pain in the mid game, basically. No one wants to fight an OD, especially on a 1v1 lane. Bat Rider ban. Okay.
Team pick.
Those are 2 mids banned out already, and 2 fairly decent supports. I have to say, it takes a bit of skill to pull off. I've never been that good at him. Though then again, I wouldn't use myself as a mark for that. And we've got the first picks for Divided We Stand. So what are we going to see out of them?
Nyx Assassin.
Nyx Assassin, okay. So I'm guessing Fatal Disaster, any heavy intelligence heroes are now going to have to be careful, obviously. Nyx is quite versatile, really. You can put him pretty much anywhere. He has seen solo mid, he has seen solo off, and he's a very viable tri-lane hero, so not too much given away there. There's Fatal Disaster's offlane. Darkseer, really reliable offlane, really annoying offlane. All he has to do is cast 1 spell, and he's got last hits. He's also Sonic the Hedgehog, in case anyone hadn't seen Dota poop. Alright, so second pick coming up.
Visage.
And Visage, alright then.
Dire team pick.
That, bit of a long shot, but we could actually see Darkseer and Visage on a tri-lane combined with a Juggernaut. Very aggressive tactics, and that's just like kind of really stringing out as far as we can. Just seeing. Getting mic working.
Weaver.
And we got Weaver pick up. Weaver again, really solid off lane. Can actually go in a mid role. And we have actually this tournament seen Weaver played as a hard carry in a tri lane, which I hadn't had much experience of beforehand. That was in Dark Jester and Viking Bread's game. Rubik ban, very versatile ban. And perhaps hinting that Divided We Stand want to get some really big team fight ults out. Treant Protector, no one likes Treant Protector. No one likes playing against Treant Protector. It's just the fact that you can't do early push against him. Right, news just in. Arian will be able to talk after the draft. He's not able to use open mic at the moment, and his mouse buttons aren't working. So we should hear from him after the draft. Nace Prophet, alright, that shuts down even more kind of global push and global ganking, which again IO would have brought to the match. Bans at the moment for Fatal Disaster. They're going to have to ban out a mid. Divided We Stand are a bit thin on the ground as far as supports are concerned. I know that a Nyx Assassin and a Keeper Light are a brutal combination in a support tri-lane. Really.
Hello?
Oh, Arian, we can hear you.
Oh, look at that. I was curious if we're going to see a few of the new heroes since the last patch, or are they playing tournament mode?
So, Arian, just quickly while we're waiting, are you aware that there's a team in this tournament named after you?
Yeah, I've been made aware.
But
not quite sure why actually, but
it's because of the god you are.
It's very flattering.
One thing I've noticed though is they Divided We Stand picked Nyx Assassin first, and the only 2 picks we've seen from Fatal Disaster have been intelligence heroes. I mean, Visage does have a well, both of them are very tanky, albeit, but you know they're still intelligence heroes. Mana burn's gonna hurt.
Oh,
Visage's got such expensive spells.
I think Fatal Disaster did the right thing when they banned Treebeard. Was to take out the combination of Treebeard and Weaver, which is really powerful. It's been dominating in the early game. Yeah,
no, definitely. I'm kind of questioning. Do you reckon the Bat Rider was just a kind of, you know, one of the first round bans? Just we don't want to play against this hero. Kind of questioning. I hope they're there actually.
Radiant team pick.
Alright, Shadow Demon ban. Okay. Again, that's a very kind of core support, and Nyx Assassin and Shadow Demon do make quite a lethal combo, especially with that Soul Catcher. Oh wow!
Yeah.
This is what happened in that new patch.
I was actually not expecting. I was actually not expecting Abaddon. A lot of people are expecting Troll Warlord to do good as a pusher, a semi carry.
Yeah. What? Just to
And,
enlighten myself
Elder
actually and
Titan
other
as well.
people, what's happened in this recent patch? Because before I had to go for work, the patch came out, but I couldn't find patch notes anywhere. What's changed?
There are,
10 seconds remaining.
well, not much to be honest, except for the fact that there are 4 new heroes in Captain's
5
mode.
seconds remaining.
This is
Scarring.
Abaddon,
Mhm.
Abaddon, Centaur, Elder Titan, and
Reserve time.
the other one I just mentioned, Troll Warlord.
Troll Warlord.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I don't know. I wasn't expecting Abaddon because, in fairness, it's a very strong hero defensively, but he doesn't do much at some stage. I think he doesn't. He's the best powered diver in the game, I guess. But
Yeah. No. Sorry about that. Did I cut out there? It seemed to did something funny basically.
you were uncharacteristically quiet. Yes, it was an oasis of peacefulness.
Radiant
Oh yes,
team
that support core which I was talking about, Cotton and Nyx, is out. It's so gratifying when I actually get something right for once. Have
It's
you
very
seen this?
retro, isn't it?
Yeah, have
I
you seen
mean,
this combination before? Well, you must have, but still.
Yeah, well, we've all
Dire
seen that
team
combination before. I think it's very retro. It's very stable, I guess. It's still very good. I think they need
Yeah,
to
no, definitely. I mean,
capitulate and take a carry that uses mana and make a strong
yeah,
tri lane.
like a Sven or someone such like that.
Maybe even a Tiny, or we might
Tiny
even
would be,
see
Tiny play
Cancer
would be
Lancer,
fantastic
right?
to see. But the thing is, who would Tiny do his kind of shotgun on? I mean, Lifestealer wouldn't work. Oh, Phantom
There's
Lancer,
the
there's one.
Cancer Lancer,
team
yeah.
ban.
It's either one or
Got
the
that.
other, I guess.
Very standard picks on Divided We Stand. Well,
Yeah,
standard for
I
about
agree.
6 months ago.
I'm not exactly. It's a bit. I'm not sure if it's if it's gonna hold up against the
10
whole
seconds
Visage,
remaining.
because Fatal Disaster. I think at this point they need some push
5
though.
seconds remaining.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Abaddon's got the tower diving, which is ganks. Lifestealer can be infested in
It doesn't
Abaddon.
really push though. It doesn't really
No.
push. And neither does Lifestealer and Visage.
Would you expect to see
can-
Abaddon on a
10
tri lane with
seconds
Visage and
remaining.
Lifestealer?
But like I said, it's very strong defensively. I think
5
it's
seconds
practically
remaining.
impossible to do anything to the Lifestealer with Abaddon shield, stuns from familiars, Grave Chill
Dire
nearby.
team ban.
I don't know. I think we're gonna see 2 defensive tri lanes. They're not gonna.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be try versus try. So I wonder if Weaver's the offlaner for Divided We
Yeah,
Stand.
I
he's
would
gonna
definitely
have
think
a
we would
hard
be
time.
off lane at the moment. Divided We
10
Stand have to pick up
seconds
a mid, which I'm guessing that's why the Dragonite was banned out.
5 seconds
Because
remaining.
Dragonite will provide. To be honest, they only have one stun in the form of Nyx Assassin, and Dragonite will provide another one.
It's very possible.
Radiant team pick.
Cutting out
I
slightly
don't
there,
like.
Ryan.
I don't like this lane for. I don't like this lane for Weaver. It's a tough lane.
What against Visage, Abaddon, and Lifestealer?
Yeah, it's he's not gonna get much. I think.
I mean, definitely Divided We Stand's tri lane. Again, like you said, it's defensive, so they're going to thrive off these stacking and pulling on the safe lane.
10 seconds remaining.
You don't think we're going to see an offensive tri lane from Divided We Stand to give that Weaver an easier time?
5 seconds remaining.
I don't think the Weaver's gonna be in the defensive tri
Dire
lane. I
team
think it's not
pick.
gonna be a.
No,
easy
not
time
the tri
for
lane.
him.
I mean, if Weaver did solo bottom. Wait, no, am I getting this right? You know, it's
He's-
solo safe
yeah,
lane.
He's going to be off laner. No, he's not going to be in the
Okay.
safe lane. I think because they're not putting a try against try in the hard lane because it's both more or less defensive tri lanes. You can't really. You
Just-
can harass, but you can't really get kills with Nyx and Keeper and Phantom.
Yeah.
10 seconds
Same
Fatal
remaining.
for
Disaster kind
Abaddon
of
and
round
Visage.
everything off with the Timbersaw. I mean, they've got huge hero
Like
killing
that.
potential.
Mm.
And I mean, if you look at Divided We Stand's heroes, with the exception of Weaver, is
Reserve
obviously extremely
time.
annoying. They've got really
It's
squishy
not.
heroes.
It's not huge hero kit. Fatal Disaster has the 5 of the tankiest heroes in the games. They're almost unkillable
Yeah.
from an early level. Lifestealers is extremely hard to kill. Timbersaw with the reactive armor, extremely hard to kill. Abaddon, the ult, extremely hard to kill. Visage with the grave cloak,
Gravekeeper's cloak, yeah.
extremely hard to kill.
And Darkseer with his like little sonic
it's
boom.
extremely hard to kill. They're going to.
Can you just scream, gotta go faster, and just run away?
I think we're going to, if divided we stand, play this right. They're going to try and take it ultra late, I think, because and split push it out. That might be a way to win for them. So we might see like a profit mid or something.
Apart from right clicks and maybe Timbersaw just spamming spells, maybe Darkseer's Iron Shell, they haven't really got a central kind of counter push. Whereas divided we stand, they have the push of Phantom Lancer, the push of Weaver, and the counter push of Keeper of the Light. Though again, oh, Storm Spirit. Also, another I think it's going to be mid for Fatal Disaster.
I think the mid for Fatal Disaster. He's a pretty good mid hero. It seems Rowan crashed, and he'll be right back. Loading into the game, or at least I assume people are. We're going to see a Timbersaw mid for Fatal Disaster. We'll be facing off against the Storm Spirit. Going to be nice to watch. I'm curious how Abaddon will perform in what must be one of the first matches in Captain's Mode since the last patch only put in a couple of days ago. Into the game we go.
Prepare for battle.
Pooling going on, and the dire side is quickly moving into the map, looking to head down bottom.
Sorry about that. What have you gone through?
I've gone through the fact that the dire is moving into the bottom, probably going to try and ward the enemy jungle. They're moving as
just
a team.
While I've got control of the camera, obviously. We've got OP the Beast, which last year was down of the north on Weaver. Oh wow, Smoke on Dire Team. We've got Lasselton on Kotter. We've got Deathclocked on PL, Kevlol on Storm, and Zavos on Nyx. Now these guys are smoked, and they are actually heading straight for the tri lane.
They're looking for something. They're gonna be.
And Weaver's been revealed. We'll go through this.
That looks like a very
dead Visage. If they can get oh, the Aphotic Shield comes into play now.
Shield is good.
Oh.
Keeping him alive. Now the open wounds on the Nyx, getting into tower range.
Open wounds as well. And they might actually...
Still alive.
Yeah, no, that was really well played. Aphotic Shield. And then the defensive open wounds. That's probably the first time I've seen that used defensively. Now quickly just going through the Radiant team after that. I can't pronounce that name on Lifestealer. That looks like... Oh gosh. Bedite or something. Dumbfounded on Visage. Why are they doing this to me? Vinceso on Abaddon, Diet Rich on Timbersaw, and Darkseer is FD. Timbersaw mid, what do you think of that?
We've seen it a couple of times. I think it's a very good hero. In the mid, the reactive armor is really strong. If he's gonna get early levels there, he will manage to hold his own.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it working for early levels, but to be honest, when you're doing most of your fighting, you're in the river.
But I think
there's not many trees which you can kind of zip to and be safe.
The Radiant team just picked heroes not to die. I think they're going. They have so many tanky heroes. I think they're going to have a hard time finding kills on the Radiant side.
Should be said, Kotl did have a haste rune earlier. He's picked up Illuminate first, which isn't really advisable in that if you look at PL, he has no mana. Now, were he level 2 and were he to be ganked, he would have no mana for double walk, and he's not able to harass. Now, the bottom Radiant camp has been warded, and if you have a look here, they've put 2 sentries down, but it can't pick up that observer.
The one in front of the camp is a really illogical ward, I think. It's not likely to be warded on the backside.
I mean, at the moment, Abaddon's wasted 2 sentries and I think 2 tangos trying to find the ward there. Let's see if he see if he spots it. Let's see if he spots it. No, he can't see it. Neither of these sentries can pick it up.
I think if he eats through that tree.
No. If you click on the sentries, if you click on them, neither of them can we see. It's not. They're not within the range. A bit of action on mid. Storm Spirit very low at the moment. I'm just assuming Dire should able to spam those spells.
So
yeah,
he has bottle charges.
That's a really good
bottle. He's looking for another timber chain. He's not gonna get it.
All right, now
And
I really like that. You know, he secures the rune. Going, if you want to come through here, you're gonna have to take. It's fairly small 140 damage nuke, but then again, you know, every little bit counts, and obviously the spell damage doesn't proc reactive armor, so you wouldn't get that bonus. Weaver's ran out of regen. He's got a Wraith Band and another set of tangos coming towards him. But he's not in a very good position.
The battle in mid is going Dietrich's way, I think. He's slightly ahead, and he has this whole creep wave chasing him now.
Oh, sweet!
Oh no. Did Storm Spirit just activate that on full health, or was I?
I think so, yeah. I think the timer ran.
Oh no.
Interestingly enough, the top room is not warded on either side of the teams.
Well, I suppose they're kind of working up.
All the
just goes to show how nice this ward spot is. Both teams have done it.
Actually, all the wards in the game at this time are down in that bottom segment. Yeah.
It's just no one wants that lane to go pear-shaped. I mean,
Nope.
Weaver's such a nice guy to have farm on.
The Weaver's not actually doing bad. I mean, he's up against a tri-lane. He's level 4. He doesn't have too many last hits, but that's okay.
He's had to buy so much regen though.
I think he got pulled when they started. So I think he's doing okay. But he needs to be careful still. The thing is though, that's what I was talking about during the draft. The tri-lane from the Radiant side, they're looking to go for him now. See, it's just not offensive enough. They don't have a stun.
Yeah.
They save for the Visage. They don't really have a nuke. So it's going to be really hard for them to kill a Weaver who's running away from them.
They
in
can
levels.
definitely phase
He's
him out.
already level
They've
5.
got the this is the Weaver.
The Weaver's already level 5. It's they're not phased him out enough.
Now this is really nice. What the Darkseer has done is he saw that they were putting this camp. They just dropped a he just dropped an ion shell on one of those creeps, zipped forward, ion shelled it, and that meant that Nyx, who was trying to get last hits, was getting ion shell damage, and he would have hopefully got a last hit on the creep camp. So really nice. Oh, bit of butting of heads mid. Just caught that. If you look at last hits and denies though, heavily in Radiant's favour. It just seems like, you know, they're capitalising on it all.
I think the further they go, the better their draft comes together. Because the further the game goes, the harder they will be. It will be to kill them for the Dire side.
Would you say that Radiant's team's lineup's very mid-game orientated?
I'm not sure. I think
with roaming
well,
Abaddon and Visage ganks.
Yeah, obviously, if it goes really late, they'll have problem dealing with the Phantom Lancer because really, when it goes 45 minutes plus, something going down on bottom lane, they can kill the Weaver. I think.
Yeah, they're just being aggressive on Weaver, whereas Weaver's obviously he can just
he's just
out
taking
of there.
levels. He's fine with this.
Darkseer. He's been quite nice. He's been very cheeky, but. Oh no, he's absolutely fine. He just completely ate this heavy camp. They've been stacking it over the last few minutes, and he just took it all. And at the moment, his gold. He's just bought some boots, and he's sitting on a bottle tango and some stuff.
He's got action in the mid lane. He's going for Keyfall now.
That very well could be.
He's looking for a hook. He's looking for the chain. There
he lands it if he gets the chakram out. Oh, that was good animation cancelling actually. But no, he gets away. Oh, wow, Weaver.
It's going to be chased by Weaver. I don't think the Weaver doesn't want to fight this. Oh,
that was very 16 health. Wow.
The
Dude,
Timber
this
Saw is really
Weaver's-
powerful if you get the Timber Chains right. It's
And now he's got
extremely
arcane boots.
Darkseer's having some fun with Nyx Assassin.
He's out of mana though, and he hasn't got a soul ring or anything. Although I'm assuming he is bottle crowing.
They actually
Yeah,
running
he
2
is.
bottles, yes. And the Storm Spirit though has gotten every rune since we've started.
Nice little Arian tidbits. Weaver's had to go back to base. He's not even level 6 yet. He was very close though. Now you see, if he'd had level
got the
6
ring
by the
of
time he
Aquila.
had that encounter mid, then you know all of those Timber Saw damage points would have been neglected because you can just time lapse it. It seems like Darkseer's just
Timber
trying to
Saw
do something
has,
fancy. Waiting
he's
for the
creep
creep
skipping.
wave to pull it.
Yeah, it's smart. It's a good way to get some
Yeah.
levels, even if he gets only a single wave. Darkseer is a great hero to catch up on. I mean, even if he falls behind now, he will catch up in the mid game, regardless of
He's
having
got
kills
all
or
of
not.
those creep kills.
Yeah.
He is being rotated on. Oh, very nice pathing actually. He didn't just go for the straightforward, he just went straight round. And he might get caught
getting
off
back up.
by Storm Spirit, who's right there. He who has also got an
He's
invis
getting
room.
back up.
Oh, he's trying for the courier. He's trying for the courier.
Yeah, he's
Well,
getting
he
the
hasn't got
courier.
enough for another
Oh, no, he's
ball
not
lightning.
going for it.
Yeah. Nice little micro ring, I'm assuming by Timber Saw there.
Oh, he's still going for him. Still going for the Darkseer. Chaperone
Could,
comes through.
could vacuum that. Oh, that's first blood.
And there it
Darkseer
goes, first blood.
I mean, while we both agreed it was a nice move to do that, perhaps it was just a bit too ballsy. Still no level 6 on Weaver though. I mean, we're 8
It's
minutes into
very
the game.
good use of the bottle on the Storm Spirit. He used all
Yeah,
3
just keep-
charges to kill him.
That was actually an assist. Who got that? Keep the Light got that.
Oh, really? I didn't even see the Illuminate come through.
I'm assuming it must have been a right click, because Keep of the Light had actually got a very effective right click, you could call it. At least he did earlier on earlier patches.
Well, in the first few minutes, it's not too bad. But he has, what, 55 damage?
Darkseer's being very cheeky. He's just about to eat and... Oh, no, the Illuminate
Nope.
just narrowly misses him.
He's
Although
gonna
will
eat the
Nyx,
Nyx, though.
Nyx might stun. Get a stun from Nyx?
Oh, but the Timber Saw is here. They're gonna go for Nyx, they're gonna melt him.
That has to be... Oh!
There he
That's dead
goes.
Nyx. And PL's just had to back right off.
Timber
He
Saw's
hasn't got
really
much mana.
strong.
This Keep for the Light, when I've looked, hasn't kept him full of mana. It could be quite a risky game. Got an Illuminate on Darkseer. Just
Level
Nyx
1
connection, but
Illuminate, though.
yeah, that's not scary.
It's not too scary.
I really
See,
think
they
if,
sent Abaddon
to where do we
mid.
stand?
To get some levels. And Abaddon needs to be careful,
Yeah.
because he's no match for the Storm right now.
I mean, Storm's nuking potential at the moment. Alright. I mean, what? Alright, Static Remnant plus an Overload at the moment is around 210 magic damage, plus another Overload and Ball Lightning. It's not huge nuke at the moment. He needs more. Of course,
I'm
we're
not
just talking
sure
magic
if the
damage.
Radiant... The Radiant's doing really well at this time, but I'm not sure if they're getting enough out of the tri-lane right now. I think it would I would like to see the supports on Radiant side rotate and try and get the kill top or mid.
Weaver has the back because it looked like he was being converged upon by Visage. If you look at the XP graph, it's minimal experience in favour of the Radiant. And if you look at the gold graph, it's actually slightly more sizable. Although 1.5k isn't huge, it's every little helps. Timber Saw back mid, just trying to get some more farm, I suppose. He's finished off his wands, you know.
Timber Saw is actually carrying smokes.
Radiant's middle
dust, I
tower
mean.
is under attack.
Probably for the Weaver.
Yeah, that's for the Weaver. He's going
Or
to be looking
Nick's
for him.
Assassin in case he does a defensive vendetta, but he's only level 4. We've
They're
got some
looking for the
spam
Nyx.
pings coming top. They
Yeah,
spotted
they
out this
have,
Timber Saw.
they have it warded.
Phantom Lancer currently hugging that tower. Knows it's too dangerous to go out, and again he doesn't have mana. Well, then again, Cottle is bot. helping out this weaver.
Yeah. Storm Spirit's hanging up here. So Timbersaw decides to
Radiant's
back
bottom
off,
tower
which is a
is
wise
under
decision, I think. And even
Yeah,
Darkseer
Darkseer
needs to
perhaps
be
being a
careful.
bit
Darkseer
risky.
is... oh, I don't think they want to fight this. But
Oh wow.
if they can catch out...
The thing is,
if they can catch
Iron
out
Shell and
one.
Timbersaw is so nasty.
And now here's the
Did you see
Abaddon
that
is
Nick's,
here.
Nick's purposely walked into the chakra room to give Timbersaw his kill?
Timbersaw's just
and that
going
looks like a
through
dead,
now.
well, Abaddon came up as well. Hadn't seen that.
Yeah.
What was that? Aphotic Shield could have been popped there.
No,
That's a really
he didn't
lethal
use
combo.
shit.
Iron Shell and Aphotic Shield on Timbersaw while he just does his
It's
stuff.
really... Yeah, and he has reactive armor on. Like we said in the draft, they have heroes that are going to be amazingly hard to kill.
Yeah.
I mean, the easiest one to kill, I think, should be Flash. And he currently has 833 life points. For instance,
Yeah,
the Reaper
Visage.
has 682.
Yeah, and I mean, Grey People's Cloak at the moment is just the level 1. It's always nice, but you know, he's...
If they catch the
Not gonna
Weaver
see
mid,
Visage
if
being
they catch the
hugely
Weaver
tanky
mid,
at the
he's
moment.
dead. They're gonna go for Weaver, I think.
But don't forget we have got the, alright, Aphotic Shield popped on them. He could... No, he couldn't
No, he's
dive
not
that.
going in. No, they're going to... the Nakes is trying to kill the Nyx in
Dire's
the bottom
bottom
lane.
tower is under attack.
And
they're
it doesn't
going to
actually...
back him
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's a dead Nakes.
I'm not sure why he died.
Oh, oh.
He invested into the creep. That's
and
really
he'll get
nice.
the heal from that as well, which will make it... They don't even know which one it is.
No, they
Oh,
don't
they're
know
all
which one
sticking
it is.
around.
But they're hacking it. But there's trouble coming in through the river now with Abaddon. The birds are flying over the forest. It's gonna be a team fight here now.
And they know which one it is. And Negs
And
actually
here we
gets,
go.
it
And he
might
gets
be
his shield.
more
And
vital for
they
Negs
decide
to...
to go in. Nice vacuum.
His middle tower is under attack.
And really nice follow-up stun from the birds. Perhaps he could have done one at a time rather than
Oh,
both
that
at
was
once.
really nice. They're gonna get more. They're gonna get Weaver too if they have vision.
Yeah, they popped a
They
sentry
drop
down
a
there.
ward.
And oh no, he's running
Radiant's
away
top
from the
tower is under
other
attack.
sentries.
Yeah, he ran south. That's bright. He's gonna find the double damage room.
there.
Dire's
Oh,
bottom tower.
almost back into
Darcy
the high
tries
ground.
Tajiki.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Darkseer needs to be careful.
He shouldn't have engaged that, definitely. And
I think he
that's-
should have ran.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
Radiant's
Phantom
middle
Lancer's
tower is
trying to
under
do
attack.
something and take the
Well, yeah,
tower.
I mean, cancel Lancer, man. You leave him alone, he
Radiant's
just pushes.
structures are fortified.
It's Red
They've
Dota.
realised he's
Radiant's
pushing, but to be
top
honest,
tower
everyone...
is under attack.
Did everyone spend their TPs coming bot? Or has anyone got TPs? Darkseer has one.
Well, they're next to the side shop, so their Nakes is going actually.
You see, again, looking at last hits,
Next is
Nakes
gonna
and Radiant in
deny
general
the tower.
are very much in favour.
Yeah, they have and the kills as well. It's 6-1. I
Radiant's
think
top tower has been
even though it's
denied.
still early, I mean it's 15 minutes played. I think at this point we have to say it's Radiant's game to lose.
Yeah.
And obviously they have a timer, and the timer called Phantom Lancer. They need to finish before the game goes too late. Look
I'm
at
not sure
that.
if you caught
Look
that.
at that.
Darkseer had the level 11 Wall of Replica. He had
Dire's
Abaddon
middle
and
tower
Visage
is under
present. They
attack.
just wrecked him. They thought they could be aggressive on Darkseer, mana leaking him and static linking him,
Dire's
or Remnant or
bottom
whatever it's
tower
called.
is under
And they
attack.
just
That's
ripped him. They just ripped him apart.
Nice micro on Visage,
Yeah.
stunning the
It's
creep
always
wave.
really nice to see that actually.
Dire's
And
bottom tower
last
has
hit going
fallen.
to Darkseer. Darkseer TP's back to
Dire's
base.
middle tower
Finishes
is
his
under
mech
attack.
actually. 16-minute mech, not bad.
It's not bad at all. A haste rune on top, and Timbersaw is going to get it.
Quite a nice little combo there. You see, it's like... Oh, I said it earlier. The, the Fate Disasters lineup is very early powerful, and like you said, they're quite hard to kill.
But
definitely
the thing is
reckon,
this. Oh, we have an infest into the Timbersaw.
And an Iron Shell.
He's
Perhaps too
getting
aggressive.
away.
too aggressive, I'd say.
They can take the tower. It's no problem.
Yeah.
He's going further still. I'm not sure if that's a good idea.
No.
Dire's
But
middle
they're gonna
tower
take the mid
is under
tower
attack.
without a
Yeah,
contest.
that's a good idea.
Dire's middle tower.
I mean, they've
has
got the
fallen.
early advantage. They've only lost one tower top to, well, to denying it, really, if I remember right.
Top is still pushing in with the Phantom Lancer illusions.
Yeah, but they're just illusions at the moment, and Phantom Lancer hasn't got the farm up.
No, he hasn't. They're playing
He's got Diffusal.
sort
He has
of a
got Diffusal, we can say that for
4+1
him.
though. They're playing kind of a Force Tech 1 on Dire side, but it's not going too well.
Yeah.
Like we said, to be honest, this is exactly why, to an extent, this is an outdated formula, I think. Not that it can't win, it can win, and it's still very strong. But you have to create the space and the
People
time.
have seen it and played against it so much. It's kind of like, you know, at the moment, Fatal Disaster, they've got a slightly more unique, modern, contemporary one. And, you know, everyone doesn't know every single counter for that. Whereas, yeah, Divided We Stand, people know what to do.
Exactly, Fatal Disaster knows what it's doing. They're gonna take the top tower
Dire's
now.
top tower is
And
under
actually,
attack.
I thought Dire would go for
Radiant's
mid
middle tower
and
is
make it
under
a
attack.
trade, which is a good
Dire's
trade
top
for them,
tower
but
has
they
fallen.
decided
Mid
to
tower's
move
always
top.
worth it. That's appearance.
It's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a fight, and
But they haven't got their
there's the wall down.
appearance on
Good back.
Jigsaw.
How about that?
Well,
Again,
it's just going to be a case of body count. Who's going to die? Nyx
Yeah.
is down. Oh wow, really nice
And
stun
they're
on.
gonna get more. They're gonna get
He hasn't even got doppelwalk. He must have right hooked or something.
a shield.
That's a dead PA. That's really gonna hurt.
And here's a dead Reaver. No, he time lapsed it off.
Oh no,
Very nice job.
he time lapsed out of the.
Yeah,
Oh wow,
and now he dies.
Mistfall finishes that off.
To the Abaddon, no less. Yeah, they're gonna take the tower.
It's
This is
it's
going
we
to be a
said,
quick game,
The
I think.
Weaver, all of Divided We Stand's heroes are very, very squishy. It's like that Abaddon kill kind of epitomizes it. That was a nuke. At the time of cast, it was actually level 3, I believe.
Dire's top
And that's
tower
200
has
damage
fallen.
nuke, and that was just able to finish off Weaver.
I
But
think
you know,
we
had it
saw.
been a tanky hero,
I think they had a chance, the Dire side, but they needed a really good start, like first blood
Yeah.
on the Phantom Lancer or something like that. But now it's going to be so hard for them to come back. Fatal Disaster is not going to even bother
Dire's
with
middle
Roshan.
tower is
They're
under
just going to
attack.
take the mid tower. Don't think.
and to be honest, that's the best
contested.
move. It's gold for everyone. Gold for everyone. All of Divided We Stand are up. Funnily enough, Divided We Stand don't actually have a ward on Roche, but all the same.
See, the
Dire's
Nyx is
middle
almost
tower
this
is
good
under
to
attack.
fight. He has his armlets, he has his
Dire's middle
face boots, he
tower
has
has
his
fallen.
drums. He's ready to go.
I mean, what
They're going
what
to
are
go
you
for
oh,
Rush now, I
Hyperstone.
think.
He's going Hyperstone. Do you reckon we're going to see a Mjolnir out of that, or a?
I think so. I've been seeing a lot
What's
of Mjolnirs on Nyx. Could be.
I mean, the extra attack speed is huge, really not to be snuffed at. I mean, Hyperstone is the harder item to get because the Maelstrom has a really nice build curve for Mjolnir. You know that Mithril Hammer, although it's slightly more expensive, but both the recipes are tiny. And yeah, they're just sneaking the Roche, and like we said before, Dire has no wards.
I don't think they're
for
really
Roche.
sneaking it. Even if they knew, there's really nothing they can do. I think they're going to check it out now.
Roshan has fallen to the Ravens.
Oh, they need to be careful, or they're just going to die again. Look at how forward that Timbersaw is playing. He's just not scared
Yeah,
of
but
anyone.
look, he's
at
got
this
a double
stage.
damage rune. He doesn't have to be scared of anyone.
No.
He's got Bloodstone as well. He could suicide if he had to. Now he's
He had a really
finished up
good
his
start.
Bloodstone. Yeah. What are we boot wise? What would you say for Timbersaw? Would you say get the Arcanes back?
I think he's just
or-
going to go. Nah. He's just going to go Boots of Travel. They're so far ahead,
Yeah.
there's no real point for him to take anything else. I think he has 1400
Dire's
gold.
bottom tower
I
is
don't
under
know,
attack.
maybe he's saving for buyback, but I doubt he needs it.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
They're just gonna break the base now. There's really no reason to stop. They have a mech, they have mana.
But I mean, we did say before, the counter push on the Dire team is huge. So, although they're at such a deficit, I wouldn't be surprised
they can
if they can
turtle.
hold this off. Yes.
Well, they can turtle, yeah. But the key is that they need to turtle and give Phantom Lancer some harm. And that's going to be really hard against this team. Just look at this. Look at this. They're just diving
wow,
it.
team wipe.
Demolished.
3 of those going Timber, 2
I
of them
think,
going to Lifestealer. To be honest,
We're seeing the faces come out on chat. I think everyone knows that this game is over.
really, really well played for Fatal Disaster. Really nice first game for them of the actual league.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Last item said it. They were just outplayed that game.
I'm not sure if they were outplayed so much. Well, maybe a bit as well, but they were definitely outdrafted.
Radiant victory.
And that's the end of the game. Right then, we're going to be hosting the next lobby for the next one soon. We won't be having interviews in between matches, but we will expect to have one after the set. So we'll see you again soon.